UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. But hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke and Rich, looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement these two will generate. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Going with a 3-wood here. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, can you believe it? That's remarkable. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. And let's have another look at that one.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
And now at 3 under overall. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
Needs this one to kick right. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Okay, steady now. Big putt for par coming up. That gets the job done. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. He finds himself in a share of the lead.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th. 8 feet to the cup. Well done. Take the birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
That dog will hunt.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2 putt for par would be just fine.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
Looking for another birdie here.
Yeah, fair effort. Just a simple tap in for par on this one. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it a 2, well, that's a tall order.
This shot from about 190 yards out.
Breeze coming right into his melon.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
All right, he's going with a little extra club. Gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. And back to the course with the live action. And this putt will take them to 5 under. That's frustrating. And this one is for his par.
These are on rails, looking good.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say New Orleans. How good is it here to be on the bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss the green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Outright first here. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Wow, did this come out beautifully.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
Second shot here on the 10th hole. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Oh, just missed. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. This one's looking good. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're starting it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Oh, absolutely flushed. This putt coming up is for birdie. It's got a chance. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Heck, oh, it's in the hole and for birdie.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back nine. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Ouch, that hurts. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. That's a good putt to make, that one. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Now 2 shots up after that one. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
This one's for birdie. A bit long on that one. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Looks like they've got the 5-wood. This one's going right at the pin here. Time for the second shot at the 14th. That's a well-played chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And after that hole, you've built a 2-stroke buffer over Billy Horschel. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either, a par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. In the green, once again, it's got some movement into a high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
A birdie putt awaits. Ooh, nice line. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
Just a very narrow margin of a lead out there. Let's see if they can calm their nerves and get this done.
Well, as we approach the final holes here at TPC Louisiana, the short par 4 16, Rich, it's a good one, but also a challenging one.
Only the brave will take driver out on this short hole. Long irons, hybrids, fairway woods down the left-hand side is just fine.
Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia.
Yes, sir. That deserves a round of applause. What a way to close out the day. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Just didn't drop. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. If you want to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
And now that finds him in first place. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Time for the second shot on the 18th. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. A hole out from off this green here to win the tournament. How close was that to going down? And with this putt, he will win the event. It's half it. Rich, it's time you and I went down to Bourbon Street because we've just crowned our Zurich Classic in New Orleans champion.
This player taking a big bite out of the Big Easy with this win at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
Oh, absolutely. They silenced the giant today. They got the job done against the odds.